I'm so actually shaking. Hello, here we are. I cannot believe it. I'm so sorry to begin with that it took me a few more minutes changing the link for the live. I'm so sorry. I'm really such a technical dumb, and I just don't know how to do things. And I've planned the live show yesterday wrong, and I just tried to figure out for the past 3-4 hours how I can actually keep on using what I have planned, but I couldn't. I had to create a new live stream. So I hope you can see me well. I hope you can hear me well, and you probably can hear my heart. I didn't even look in the comments, and thank you so much. There's so many of you. Actually, can you hear me? Lucas just gave me the can I hear myself? Hello. Tell me if you can hear me well, guys, because that's the main thing. Yay. I'm super happy to be here as well. I'm extremely nervous, so please forgive me anything. And you won't believe it, but actually my Lucas is next to me. Lucas, that's okay. Leave it for now, maybe. Let's wait and see if everyone can hear me. Please, if you can tell, you can okay, yes, we can hear you and see me. Now I'm finding difficult with turning my picture with this camera, because I think we are actually horizontally wrong. I'm on this is my left hand, and it shows you what? It shows you, yeah, just wrong. Opposite, you know. So I'm gonna try to, if you allow me for a few minutes, I'm gonna try to just turn my camera around and see if I can actually how things are. Let me see. It didn't change anything, Lucas. You want me to change it? Okay. Like what? Here? Horizontally? No, it didn't change, Lucas. For now, anyway. Because when I go down with the camera, you know, it will be on the project, and I think you're gonna have it upside down. So I just cannot figure out how to change it. Well, I have, but it's just not showing while we are streaming. I guess. So what I will do is, do you know what I'm gonna do? If you don't mind, I'm gonna see if I can just go down with my camera and see how well or how bad that is. And so I want to get rid of difficulties. Now you see it upside down, which I prefer for you to see it. How do you see it? Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I'm so nervous that I'm not even sure. So it's upside down, Lucas. Okay, so I could turn my camera. 2 seconds. Let me just get my camera like I think like this. Oh, how is that now? Is it better? Upside down, yes. So I think maybe we can manage with this kind of look. What do you think? It's the right way. Yes, looks fine. You love my hair. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm so sorry I'm not able to read your comment. They are popping up so fast. So you know what? I'm going to go back, and I'm going to be just turning the camera back on me again, just to say now that I know what to do. I know how to figure things out. Hannah is jumping upstairs with Emily. She's still not asleep. So it's a little bit hectic here, and I'm glad that you can see me, you can hear me. That's the main thing. Oh, yes. Okay. You can leave that, Lucas, I think. Yeah, I guess. Will you come back to me? Please do. My Lucas is here. Of course, he's not going to say anything. You know him too well by now. I think I am a little bit. Firstly, let me just give you 5 minutes of no crafting time but chatting time to tell you thank you so much for joining, for sharing the video that it's coming, the live stream that I've planned. Thank you so much for coming, for joining, for sharing, for telling others to join. It's such a great opportunity to meet together, to be together, to craft together. It's a bit surreal situation, isn't it? We all in it together, and I figured that live stream could be so much different, so special for everyone. And I'm super happy, excited, nervous. My hands, you have no idea how my hands are shaking at the moment. I'm not even looking at the stream because it's so fast. Thank you so much, everyone. I really hope you have your supplies ready. And if you don't have everything what I've listed, that's okay. You can really substitute things. If you don't have rice paper, because I think that's the most often I've heard, you can certainly use image from any scrapbook paper you have. It's not going to be as transparent in a use, but it can be equally used as well. So please, please gather supplies, whatever you have around, and you don't have to use exactly what I have. Quite opposite. Be courageous. Have the faith that you will create something special today with me. I'm going to try to be at the pace for everyone to be able to follow. And thank you so much yet again. I'm super excited and super nervous, but I'm so happy. So let's turn this and let's have chat. Yes, let's have chitty chats on the table, because I think I feel the most comfortable with my table being shown. So let's see. Oh, that worked. Yay, that worked. Now I'm going to try to make it the way that it's going to be better for you. I'm not too sure how I can actually do it. It's a little bit funny. So, it would be good if I could actually maybe move my 2 seconds, guys. Please allow me. I keep on saying 2 seconds, but there's so many of you. Oh wow, thank you so much everyone for joining. I'm just trying to make my tripod being forward a little bit more, so that way I hope it's not going to fall. It's possibly it will fall, so I may fix that. Okay, 2 seconds. I hope it's a little bit better. I don't want this to be at the too wrong angle, you know. So here it is. Oh no, it's still 2 seconds. I have such difficulties with the machines and all. I'm not really a technical pro, and next thing I will do is I will probably get investment in some better streaming things, because yeah, it's not the best what I have right now. So, but if you can hear me okay, that's the main thing. I'm so sorry again. I'm just trying my tripod. It's a $10 tripod. Okay, so here is my desk. You can see it. It is actually, Lucas, turned. I'm on my left. Let's see if I can change that to vertical, horizontal flip. Let's see if this will change at all. No, it didn't change. Look, so I'm right-handed today, guys. I'm gonna be right-handed. No way. I'm so sorry. I've done previous lives and they were exactly like that. I just could not have my my life. I was left right-handed all the time. At least I know that it's working. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Wow, this is crazy. Over 500 of you guys all over the world. How amazing is that? And I'm chatting since 8 minutes. I'm so sorry for too much chats. It's being nervous, I guess. So, Lucas, actually, you see it on my laptop. What? No, on the, I think, Lucas, I think I can see it correct way. Oh, no, it's not correct way. Okay. That's okay, Lucas. Leave it. It's fine. Oh, wait. No. Oh, so guys, you seeing correct way. Could you tell me on what side you see the butterfly? Is it on the right hand of your screen or left hand? Because I see it wrong. But in the phone, it shows me that I'm actually correct. It's correct. Oh, wow. It's correct. Wow. Right side. How silly I am. Well, then I see it wrong, but that's perfectly fine. That's okay. Do you know what I can do, Lucas? You know what you could do? If you don't mind, you could actually open the YouTube here for me, or give me the phone so I can see it through this, Lucas, I think. How can I see myself? 2 seconds. Maremi live. If I Google for Maremi, I should find myself. Okay, it's like, oh yes. Okay, I have it all now. Okay, great. I just have to get rid of that cable now. I see myself here, and that's so much better now. Okay, guys, I'm now happy camper because you see it right, I see it right, and that's super awesome. So this is the project we're gonna create today, a journal page that it's, I would say, what I love about this page is that it's, as much as it's easy, it's also a little bit difficult, which I think it's nice because we're gonna learn some really nice technique with those bubbles today and do a beautiful background and just really collaging, decoupaging. This is the most that I love. So thank you for being here with me and trying to recreate page like that. To make my life easier, probably, I'm gonna be using my wine book. Why not? Because you love wine book, it's gonna be a little different because this is smaller size, as you can imagine, and this one is a little bit bigger, but oh well, it is what it is. So I may just have a sip of water. This is pretty crazy. You know, when there's so many people, it's making you even more nervous because you want to deliver and you want to make sure you're not going to make a fool out of yourself, and which I always do, as you know, like wrong link to the live stream. That's one of the examples, or not figure out left to right. You know, small things like that. It's just, I don't know. So I'm going to be crafting in this book, I believe. We're going to have some stenciling here, beautiful vintage papers, a little bit of doodling, coloring with my favorite gouaches. Let me see quickly, walk you through the products that I have. I do have as my focal point this gorgeous, gorgeous rice paper. But as I said, if you have any sort of, oh, I'm going to grab this here quickly that I have next to me in front of me. Look, I have a tissue paper, not tissue paper, it's a tissue. Basically it's a tissue. So if you have a tissue, I'm sure you have a tissue or napkin, guys, feel free to use that, absolutely, or any other die cut element. Even if you have, look, I have found some strangely plastic butterfly as well. You can add the butterfly even as your last work on around the whole project, like here, work around things. And then if you have just focal point like that, you can of course just substitute, have no work on here, but afterwards add the butterfly. These are the options. You are free to use what you have. Please don't feel that you need to have what I'm using, what I have. So for my focal point, I have my butterflies. I also have old vintage book. This one is with the music notes from a friend of mine. And we also have stencil, which is like for kids, isn't it? Stencil for school, nearly, for circles. Again, if you don't have it, you may as well just use circles that are drawn circles with your own hand. And then I have my own favorite stencil for my background, stamps. These are from Maremi's as well. I have mediums to work with, which are great to use. So we have white gesso and transparent gesso. And for art journaling, I love, love, love using transparent gesso. It's a great little tool. Now, as well, ink pad, which is a black ink, archival ink. And let me just tell you as well, I really cannot read. I see that you are crazy with so many beautiful comments and questions, and I hope that my beautiful admins will help you, because I can see that I'm not able to actually look at your chats at the moment, but I see donations. Thank you so very much. It's not needed. The option is there, but the class is free, guys, for everyone to join and be able to actually craft today with me in your own comfort of your own place, of your own home. But thank you for any support like that. It means so much to every crafter, every creator, YouTube creator, not only crafter, but you know, people who are freelancers, who are kind of doing things with others, like photographers or music makers, when they do concerts and things like that. It's helpful. Thank you. But really, you don't have to. Please don't feel obliged. What else we have here? I do have my water. I do have my absolute favorite gouaches from Arteza. Arteza gouaches, I have no other opinion about gouaches because I just use them. I only know this brand. I'm super happy. There's less colored. I just choose my favorite kind of sets. So like a pastelish, pinkish, greenish, then bluish, yellowish, black and white. But there's 60 colors sets. There are smaller sets as well. At this moment, I'm not too sure. Please have a look, because due to the current situation, the stock is limited as far as I know. So that could be. And few tools. I'm so prepared. I'm so proud of myself being prepared like that. So we have some glue stick, we have some spatula, we have some watercolor brush, we have my favorite brush, which is from, I keep on saying that it's Ranger. It's a set of 3 brushes. Fantastic, fantastic brush sets. Super soft. I love, love, love it. I have it for the past 3-4 years, and I love it. A pencil, fine liner, white fine liner. In this case, it's Uniball Signo. So I think that's it. Oh, and I have stickers for afterwards, but let's go into crafting. So, because I feel the most comfortable in that, chatting as well, but let's go to crafting. So let's get that wine book, a favorite wine book of yours. And again, I just want to say huge thank you for joining me. I know that I'm not able to match the time for everyone. It's just impossible because we are in all different zones, of course. By the way, I am going to be gluing 2 pages together because this is how I love doing things. This is how I do things. So I'm going to be gluing them down now. You can use Pritt Stick. Pritt Stick, someone recently asked. Glue stick. Pritt Stick is a brand of a glue stick. So I'm using glue stick actually. Glue stick, but it's like just a regular school kids glue school kids glue from school kids glue. Yes, you know what I mean. If you don't mind, give me a quick text now. I'm looking at the chat while gluing down. Just if you can say if you're actually crafting with me, you can say yes I do, or I do craft, or something like that in the chat. I wonder how many of you actually crafting, guys, because I really wish you take this opportunity to craft with me. I don't know how long it will last. Will we be crafting for half an hour, for an hour? Oh, awesome, girls. Awesome. Yay, you do craft. Super, super delighted. You know, it's just such a chance to actually do it, like really do it. I understand some of you are, it's very late in the night for some of you. For some of you, it's super early, like in Australia. I promised to Australian beautiful friends that I will do my next live in the midnight in Ireland, which is not that early in USA. But it's gonna be late for Europe, very late for Europe, a nice evening for USA, and a nice morning for Australia. So I may do that and just change a little bit because I really wish to for everyone to enjoy it, you know. So where do we begin? Well, I like to begin with starting off by, I think I'm gonna need one more page. I forgot I be crafting in the bigger book. 2 seconds. Fast chat. Yes, I can see it's a hugely fast chat, everyone. That's why I said that really it's impossible. It's impossible for me. I don't know if I have to have my earphones in actually, but it feels better if I have it in. I have this book from my friend Massey. Massey, are you there? I don't think so, but if you are, it's a book that belonged to you. You sent it to me from Belgium. So thank you so much. I got recently a beautiful gift as well from Germany, actually, from a friend of mine. I may show it to you someday. Beautiful, and share it with you. Beautiful, beautiful things. That all the book pages as well. Old encyclopedia. Let me just as well put my my journal book here somewhere so you can see. I try to be very much organized, but as you know me, it may not always happen, but I'm trying. Now, one more thing. Oh, I hope you are laughing with me. One more thing is a good tip for you, which I haven't mentioned, but it's here. I'm seeing if there's any comments. I really hope my sweet friends, my beautiful moderators, that you're helping out, because I can see that it's crazy down there with the chats. Oh, thank you so much, everyone, for being so active. It's amazing. So I put it in between here. I have put the washi. It's a great way for keeping your pages together in case things will sink in. And sometimes I forgot to put washi. For example, I forgot to put a washi here and it ripped. It was just ripping. It's so sad. And I was trying to glue it down with as much gel medium as possible. So it held it here with gel medium. It didn't hold there. Then you have the washis as well in the, I didn't put washi here. So obviously this book is not really for art journaling mixed media as such, but it's just so amazing. Yet again, it's a beautiful gift from a friend of mine who I'm sure is watching today's video. So yes, I just, and look how it looks. It's pretty amazing, I have to say. And the texture is fantastic. It bleeds through a lot, but washi tape, it's a great way for you to keep your pages keep them away from, you know, from crying, that the bleeding through. I don't know if you can hear me well, Lucas. I wonder, Lucas, do I have to keep my earphones on? Do I really have to? So let's start off, guys. You have your pages together, and let's start off gluing some book pages. You can glue book pages, old book pages. You can glue it down scrapbook paper. It doesn't have to be music notes. It can be. I'm just looking if I'm in the camera. I am, but it's a. I think I should be more here. So I'm gonna try to move it, isn't it? Yes. I should open my Facebook as well in case my beautiful moderators text me anything, because I haven't even looked on my Facebook. I was so so excited, so all over the place. You have no idea. And so I see some messages from your beautiful. Okay, let me have a deep breath. Yes, I need a deep breath. Everyone is crafting with me. Oh, I'm so happy. Old link. Okay. Super, 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 girls. Thank you very much. I'll be checking the Facebook as well if we have anything. So first we start off with gluing the pages down, guys. And I'm just using, yet again, just a regular glue, nothing special. And if you feel, you know, I love that size of the book, but it may not be the best for everyone. So any sort of book you have, please feel free to use. And also, if you don't have book, like I'm using wine book here, the book that I have originally made, it's just a regular notebook. And also you can craft on cardboard. Did you know that? You can craft as well on just loose pages, whatever that is, guys, for you, whatever that is. So I have to say that Emily is a huge, huge help to me today, because she took Hannah. She meant to be moderator. Maybe she'll join us later. But really, it was just too nervous, too hectic, to be honest, to have them both downstairs. So we kindly asked Emily if she can have Hannah in her room for a while, you know, for an hour. So before she goes to bed, which is shortly, and Lucas will put her to bed. But you know, I want you to have a good experience and not any nervous and stress around here in case someone and Hannah would be unhappy or something like that. So I'm basically covering this all up. That's all I'm doing. I just like this to be covered up. That's the plan for today. That's the plan. So as I said, use whatever you have to cover it up. And because I'm using wine book, of course I don't want my wine to be visible here anywhere. Do you know what? No, I'm going to swap it. And I'm not looking at the writing, nothing, zero. And also I will actually get that washi. I got that washi in eBay, just not the regular scrapbook store. It was possibly from overseas somewhere. Cannot remember. I got a bunch of them a long time ago. But if you look for like a, what's it called, like probably not deep, white washi tape, you should find it. So I'm just adding that here. Not only this will give us extra interest, but also, and if I'm going too fast, you let me know as well. I will say hi to Emily from you, of course. I'm sure she'll be reading some chats later on. I'll let you know if she joins us. So that's what we have. I should take this away actually, isn't it? Because it's not really helping me. And a sip of water, and now I can breathe. Deep breath. Oh, wow. Every time, you probably heard me swallowing the water. I'm sorry. Every time I have been doing live classes, like when I traveled, I literally broke down crying every single time when I was trying to say hello and things like that. Those moments are hugely emotional to me. I don't know for others, but for me, those are hugely, hugely, hugely emotional. Now, next step, guys. Our next step is to prime our page. And why do we do that? Why do we prime our page? Oh, whoa, 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 too much water because I just washed that brush. So let me dry this and get that water off it. So we're priming, really, if you think about when you are beginner and you're thinking, should I buy this product or that product? Certainly basics like white gesso and transparent gesso is your good friend. It's your best friend. I just looked in the chat now. Thank you so much for all the donations. You are beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But you don't have to do it. I hope you know that I always have been giving free videos. I will be. Nothing is changing. I'll be continuing the same way because I know how much it gives you, how much I need it. And giving life like that, I hope it makes you having something special from me as well. So thank you for all the support. Going back to our transparent gesso. Hi, Emmy. Hi, baby. I don't think anyone can hear you because I have earphones. I'm not even sure if I can, you can wave here with your handy. No, you need to be here, this camera. Yes. Everyone was saying hello to you. Yeah, it's a little bit later.
Oh, okay.
So going back to you, a transparent gesso, white gesso are your best friends. You really need them. They are really good and important parts of your creative journey. Whether you are making journals, whether you're making collages, whether you're making mixed media projects, altered pieces, it is all important, guys. So I would suggest to do that. If today you don't have transparent gesso, you may use a washy amount of white gesso, and then if you don't have any of the gesso, you know what, it's not going to be probably as perfect with the coloring afterward, and it's not going to be as easy, but use white acrylic wash as well. So a little bit of white acrylic and water, so just a washy effect. Because really, if you think about it, we kind of need to prime everything, prepare everything for coloring, for adding our mediums, whether it's watercolors, whether it's acrylics, whether it's sprays, whatever that is, we need to have our project primed. And that's what I'm doing right now. As you could see, I hope I'm not too fast. I hope I'm not too fast. I am not drying layers in between. Yes, everyone says hi to you. Emily's looking at the chat. I'm not having dry in between. That's okay. I'm not putting huge amount of that gesso. So, I'm playing around, and I don't mind if my transparent mixes with white. So I've used transparent. Now, in the middle, I like my middle bits, I wanted to say, but that didn't sound right, is it? My middle part of the page to be as whitish as possible. And also, even now, it's good to think of where you're going to put your focal point. I'm thinking here, same way as I've done here. Let me show you. Same way. So here is my focal point. So here is where I'm more concentrating on keeping my white space being white. Now, because I have my pages bigger, I may actually be a little bit courageous and go for 3 focal points. How is that? Because at least I'll try. So I'm adding extra whiteness in this area. You can always change it, can always change it. That's no problem. But I'm just adding that because I think I'm going to go for the leftovers from my rice paper plus the new rice paper that I have here, which is this one. So because it's so big page, I think I go for I may just go for 3 focal points basically. So as well, the way I see it, oftentimes the bigger your project, kind of the bigger focal point should be or could be, and also the bigger the bigger. I wanted to say something else. If your focal point is smaller, then maybe you wish to have few of them. Something like that I wanted to say, and please forgive me if my English is pretty strange. And I have a hair here. Okay, it's gone. Okay, I need to dry it out a little bit. I'm gonna try to use as little heat gun as possible because, you know, it's not nice for your ears, but I have to. So let's quickly dry that. Let's quickly dry that. Will you give me the other one, Emmy? Oh, thank you. Yes, two. Now, there's something about painting with your fingers, and that is something I like doing it, and gessoing as well. So feeling where I'm going to add it and just adding a little bit more, even bigger amounts of it. Do you know what? We're going to do a test. I'm going to put my headphones down, and please, if you could write it down to me, if you can hear me same way or worse, so I'll know if I should keep them on or not, because we haven't have time to actually test it out. So please don't laugh at me, but let's see. I'm taking them down off. Okay, so can you hear me well? Can you hear me now? Is it bad? Is it the same? Is it worse? Hear you the same. You hear me the same. Sounds good. Yes, you can. Well, then you know what? I'm gonna keep my. No, leave it that. I'm gonna keep my the same. Oh, well, that's fantastic, because it is so annoying me. To be honest, it was so annoying. I'm gonna move them here maybe, and wonder if you can still hear me well. I just moved them. Hear you well. Hear you well. Thank you so much. I want to be comfortable as well, guys. You know, with watching, with the recording for you, so the sound must be good. But I also was strange feeling that the little cable was here dingling in front of my eyes, and I was like, oh, that's making me dizzy. So now I feel like I'm in my own shoes back again. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm adding some and also my computer is hugely loud. I can hear it. We just need to change that as well. You know that I had been having troubles with my laptop for the last good few months. So yes, it's making those noises, isn't it? I'm sorry for that. Okay, so as you can see, we have some contrast. We have the focal point whiter elements. Now, why do we do it? Well, when you're playing with your rice paper, the truth is the darker underneath it, the less visible your focal point, your paper will be. So if you go for, it will be still good and nice, but the better effect of having your actual image be visible, it's better if you're underneath it. It's from decoupage techniques. If your underneath layer is actually it's actually bright white, that's just better, you know. So this is why I have suggesting you to use, I'm just trying to look for Wadi. Here it is. So this is why I'm suggesting you to use the whiter under your image if you're using rice paper. If you don't use rice paper, probably it doesn't matter. But for also building a nice composition, nice contrast, darker middle part, brighter, darker, I would suggest to keep it this way. We need to dry this now, so let's dry it. Okay, let me just, oopsie, let me just check quickly the, people can't, okay. Too fast, craft or chat. I'm not too sure what my moderators means. Okay, so okay, I think I'm at this moment where I'm nervous and I was fast chatting, fast crafting, so I will slow it down, guys, because I think I think you'd be happier if I'll slow it down a little bit, is it? No problem, no problem. Actually, we're not rushing anywhere, isn't it? Oh, my chat has stopped and my streaming kind of is not moving. I don't know why. Okay, hopefully it will be back. Okay, I'm gonna put my guns aside, get my, close down my, oh no. Yeah, I think, oh, why is that? No rush at all. I think I have to refresh my YouTube video, guys, because I don't see myself, I don't hear myself. Okay, I think, okay, it works. Okay, sorry, it froze. Yeah, my froze as well. Yes. Okay, so we have our background and I've used washi here, I've used old book pages here, and I've used transparent gesso and white gesso as well. And then we can dry it out, and once it's dried out, we can start planning for our focal point. And I'm using butterfly, and also I'm not cutting my image. I much more prefer, yes, hello everyone. I much more prefer to rip off my papers rather than use my scissors. It just gives me a little bit better, nicer finish. It's more less regular, more irregular. So my autofocus, I hope it's not bad. When frozen, just refresh. Yes, when frozen, just refresh. I've done that too, because my internet should be pretty good, you know, so it should be pretty good. Okay, so let's see what we have. So this is our focal point. Now you could let me know in the chat, guys, should I slow it down a little bit even more and weight it up a little bit? Let me know, please let me know. I don't mind that, you know. I am pretty fast crafter, I have to say, and especially that I know what I'm doing because the project is here. It's different than when you're thinking of what you're gonna do, how you're gonna do. So I don't mind if you will let me know to maybe slow it down a little bit. That's perfectly fine with me. So the butterfly I'm using is on the rice paper. Yes, you can. I'm fine. Okay. So here it is. I'm getting my second butterfly. I see if I will be using 2 or 3 focal points. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I just checked my girls. Okay. So how are you doing, guys? I hope you are in the stage of having your collaged papers glued down. I hope that you are at this moment. Oh, this could be nice, isn't it? I really think so. What about if we actually do get our third one? Let's try. No, do you know what? No, I'm gonna go for the 2. And I'm gonna see and get my 2 of the same. Oh, not so much. I'll see. Yes, yes, tissue paper is thinner than the rice paper. Indeed, rice paper is thicker. So yes. We have so many people watching. Wow, unbelievable. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing the link as well, for joining this stream. So no, we're gonna stick with 2, I think, guys. So let's get our brush, and there are some schools that tell you to use Mod Podge maybe, or some school to use gel medium, soft gel medium, to use glue. And my school, the way I love it the most and use it like 99.9% would be using transparent gesso to add my images, to add my papers, especially rice paper, because it's gonna be primed and glue at the same time, because actually when this dries it acts like a glue, you know. So yeah. You can of course use your transparent gesso. You can use transparent gesso on your page to glue it down your elements. And so here it is. I'm adding a generous amount, and if I feel I need more, let's add more. There we go. So now you can see that because there was more white in here in between and underneath it, the butterfly itself is very much visible. But because there was much less whiteness in here, we can tiny bit picking through a little bit of that text and music sheets. So yes, that's how the rice paper works, you know. So a generous amount of that. I don't know why I have decided to have this here, but I think it will work nicely. So thank you so much, everyone. I do see your huge support, and I would love to take a moment as well here while we are all crafting, and thank you so much for your financial support and appreciation. And I see that, and thank you. But I really would take this moment as well to tell you that everyone can help by sharing the video, by liking this particular video as well, or any other videos. So everyone who is watching, YouTubers, whether we are making art video tutorial, whether someone is doing makeup tutorial, or if they're making, I don't know, anything, what cooking. So if you know, by liking their videos, it's a huge help to creators. It is huge help. So even if I can take a moment right now to say thank you for giving the thumbs up. And it is under the screen, this little, there's like a thing up and a thing down. So you can click down as well if you don't like the video. That's perfectly fine as well. Everything matters. I can see that the thumbs up are growing. Thank you so much. So this is such a huge help. Sharing the video, it's such a huge help as well. It's not only or it shouldn't be about finances. Thank you for that. But really, if you comment on the video, watch it, put it on your playlist, it's so super important. YouTube, it's funny about these things, and it's catching up, and it's kind of seeing things differently when there's action happening on the video. So as I said, the biggest help you can give is to like it, share it, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So thank you for doing that, everyone. Everyone is appreciated. Every single one of you, I wanted to say. Okay, I like when I'm using my mediums like now, I like to use it not so much or keep on going. So it's nearly dry, you know, it's not dry, but it's nearly dry. So, you know, you don't have to go with a huge amount of mediums, but, you know, kind of keep on going up and forth, downwards and all, and it kind of starts dry itself. But let's go into action and dry it a little bit. I'm Bob Rose of Mixed Media. Thank you very much for that comment. Emily just spotted that comment. Thank you. Wow, wow, wow. So many have liked the video. Thank you. Thank you. It's super awesome, super important. I'll see if I can find something, because something came to my head, to my mind, just now. No, oh, maybe here? No. No. Let's see. Okay, doesn't matter. Our next step will be to add some texture and interest to our page. And I wanted to tell you that there are, again, different ways of doing it. You can certainly add your texture now after focal point, or do it before adding the focal point. This is, again, it's really personal thing, and whatever works best for you. I do both ways, but probably more often I would go for my focal points first and then start embellish with kind of texture, if you know what I mean. Let me get I'm using my gesso because it's heavy gesso and I like it. Now, another tip you may actually do is, if you don't want to cover your focal point and you are worried about it, you can use tiny amounts of some paper. You may end up with having some glue down to it if it's not dry. I hope it's dry. I hope, you know what? I'm going to dry it even more. Yes, I got my old music papers from a friend. It's difficult to get them indeed. And another old book I got recently was sent to me again. So yeah, I have to say, not an easy task. Probably markets, well, not these days, of course, but markets, so auctions like on eBay, places like that, I guess. But not easy indeed. Okay, so where are we gonna go with our there we go. We can go here, and I'm using my what's the word? Gesso as my modeling paste, because my gesso is thick enough. So I'm using it, but you can use texture paste, you can use modeling paste. Now, I love using my modeling paste irregular enough, so I'm never kind of jumping in for the whole amount of stencil, you know. I like to keep it like a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, but not fully, like never kind of go fully. Yeah, that's kind of, yet again, a very personal thing, but that's how I like it. So everyone is different, we all have different tastes, guys, so please know that. But some things may just look more appealing to eyes, and I think that's what's about it. It's just, it looks a little bit more appealing to the eye. I'm using spatula through my stencil. Every time you use your stencil, be sure that you are holding it properly, because you may be in trouble when it moves. So I think that looks pretty good, except that maybe, no, actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna probably get rid of a little bit of that here, because I need some space for the actual bubble maybe. So I don't want too much. And yeah, I'm gonna clean it off. You can always clean it off before it dries. So not too much, maybe a little bit. So to, thank you, Emily. So to keep some space left for, okay, I may go for the things here. There we go. Oh, covering my butterfly again. Hello everyone, whoever came in just now. You are not too late. You can always join the party. Please do. Get your tools out, guys. Get your tools out. Oh, there we go. So I'm trying to kind of go in few places with it, you know. Oopsie, oopsie. So it's we're keeping some kind of run, some kind of flow in here. But I think again, coloring will tells us more about the flow, the actual flow of the page. I'm looking at the page. It's a lot of times it's more like how I feel it, how it seems to me. Now I'm just gonna gently touch it, just like that. Look, just touches, nothing too crazy. And even if it's imperfect, that's even better. So let me just turn it around. Now be sure to wash your stencils pretty fast, guys, because you need them to be clean. And my little handies are waiting here already for it. So I just touched it here and there a little bit, even leftovers from the actual stencil, and that's perfectly fine. If Emily will be so kind and good. Thank you very much, Emily, to wash it off, clean it off. Now we definitely need to in the middle of it, we definitely need to oh wow, I was just reading the comments, washing, cleaning my hands. Thank you so much, everyone. Honestly, oh, I'm not even sure how to react, and what to say. You have no idea how it feels, but it feels amazing to be appreciated. So many years of making videos for you, and we have such a beautiful community here. Honestly, I couldn't ask for more. I couldn't ask for anything more. I always says to my Lucas, please, I don't want things to change. I just wish them to keep and stay as they are. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We still have so many guys, so many girls, ladies, actually, gentlemen. I don't know if we have any boys here, but we have nearly 700 people watching. It's pretty crazy, knowing especially that the link was even wrong. I hope you can forgive me that. I'll know for next time. Let's dry this. I do have to dry this. Dasz mi drugi pól, Miszu? Emi, drugi pól. Jest tu. Now it's time to relax. Now it's time to get your cup of tea or coffee, get some biscuits. We get some biscuits. Okay. We're gonna have some biscuit with Emily. We love them. These are oftentimes given in the restaurants when you order some coffee. So we love them. We buy them in deals, actually, if you have deals in your country. So we're gonna have a little biscuit and keep on drying. Let's see if it dries. Oh, it's pretty much dry actually. Oh no, not here. I forgot about that corner. So let's finish that. I wish to speed up the drying time. Wish this didn't exist, but hard in the life to actually skip those. We have to have the awful noise. Do you know what? I also will get a little bit of transparent gesso right now, and just making sure I'm gonna go over here in a few places of the, because I think when I was chatting, I'm not too sure I actually primed my edges. And if you're not gonna prime your edges, what's gonna happen, guys? The question, what's gonna happen? Well, the color will bleed through. Oftentimes it will like sinks in to your page, and it may be hard for you to move the color. So it's like on the ice skating. When you have ice skating and you have ice, if it's slippery, you go like. So it's the same. If you make your paper primed, it's more slippery, so your color should flow better. So basically, that's why when you get your paints right away on the paper, regular cardstock, it will sink in, not gonna move as it could, So yeah, so that kind of thing. And adding transparent gesso or white gesso, priming it, making sure that it's primed, it's gonna help it. And because I was chatting to you, I'm not even sure if I have primed my edges. So just in case, because I'd be drying the rest anyway, so I may as well just prime it now, even now. Yes, I'm reading your comments. Indeed, Emily is a huge help, but she's also a great cheerleader, a good friend of mine. She's my baby. She's my firstborn, as they say, isn't it? So it's a very special bond, as you know yourself, probably a lot of you. She just hugged me. I wish you to see that. I think I need to dry this little bit. Okay, you know what? It will be drying as well in the meantime. We can now hide our actual mediums for now. And we will start with a little bit of color. We need a little bit of color in life. Everyone needs a bit of color, isn't it? Now let me, oh, one more thing I wanted to mention. Let me get my paints. Just in case you're wondering, these are Arteza paints. They're not coming like that. They're coming in tubes, if you're wondering, because I have been asked to only recently about that. So yes, they are coming in tubes, and I squeeze them out. Those little pots, little jars, you can get set like that from Arteza or from other brands as well. So wherever it's easier for you to get it. I wonder if Lucas is upstairs putting Hannah to bed and actually watching this stream. That is possible, isn't it, Emily? You think? Could be. Yeah. I have a very messy desk. It's only... Oh, great, Emily. Thanks. She just grabbed for something, and yeah, that's the mess of the studio. Things are falling. Okay, so what's the next step? Are we ready for the next step? You tell me, guys. Are we ready, or shall I chit-chatting to you a little bit more and wait like 5 minutes or something? Are they watercolor paints? Yes, those are watercolor paints, but they are dry now. I squeezed them out and they are dry now. And I love using them. And those are gouaches, watercolor gouaches. Let me see if I can find the... No, it's here. Oh, yes. They look like that. They kind of like the... Oopsie, like this. Watercolor gouaches. I think you can get smaller sets as well. Take a little break. I need a stencil. Yeah, say hi to Lucas. Maybe he's watching. Emily, my granddaughter adores you. Look, there's comments to you.
The gnome's name is Emmy.
Ah. Hello from Belgium. Hello. Yeah. Where's my tea? My tea? I never drink tea. Nearly never. I drink wadi or I drink coffee. We need more wadi, Emily, I think. Okay, so how long are we streaming, by the way, I wonder? Is it what? I think it's an hour at least now, isn't it? Wow, the little helper is in sleep, and she was asking for chocolate, and she was like, brown chocolate, brown, because she's not that silly that we're giving her yogurt stuff and they're white, and it's not the same as chocolate, so she's brown, 63 minutes. Whoa, guys, we need to keep on going. But if we keep on going with a bit longer, there is a high chance that those who are working still in USA will join us, isn't it? Now, what I love to do is I love to get my colors sprayed when I use my watercolors. Of course, you have to go for colors that matching your elements, whatever that is. So this could be, you can use watercolors, you can use sprays, whatever works best for you. So I'm going to be jumping in with a bit of purple and a little bit of that kind of peachy pinky here. Then it will be interesting to see how I'm going to get on with the coloring this side, because these are completely two different colors, isn't it? But you know what? I'll try to make them somehow happy together, loving each other, matching together, and being best friends. So That's what I'm gonna do. And I always spray my wadi on my paints. So yeah, the coloring part is probably the most difficult for many, and the more I still watercolor all of the colors, even if I don't use them all. And art is bringing people together. Of course, it is amazing, isn't it? And so many of you watching. Wow, so impressed, so proud, so happy, and a bit overwhelmed, I have to say. And hard to believe it, you know, hard to believe it. Everything started only a few years back, and would I ever think we'd be here all over the world, at home, crafting together? No, I wouldn't think. So I'm spraying a bit of water. There we go. And also I'm gonna start with one side of the page to begin with, and I'm getting a little brush. We don't need too big brush. And also what I will do is I'm gonna get a little bit of wadi here. Oh, we need to clean this one. Here and here we need a little bit of wadi to clean our brush. Okay, so I'm gonna be kind of, I think with the coloring it really is a little bit of luck, a little bit of experience, a little bit of the fact I've done it 100 times, a little bit of you never know, a little bit of depending on the medium. So however the color are gonna come up, I think it's a little bit unpredictable when it comes to coloring this way, because if you're coloring with like for example, if you have a bigger control with your brush, it's different. But with watercolors, it's a little bit different, I find it. I'm going to use maybe this brush. I only got it recently from my beautiful friend, and it's a little bit bigger, so I may use that. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of this pinkish, because I think it's brighter. So I'm going to go for that pinkish, and I'm starting gently, applying gently in places, everywhere and nowhere kind of thing, but definitely going more to where my stencil is. Now I feel that there is no flow. There's no flow here. I don't feel any flow happening. I'm gonna make my flow. So I'm getting my spraying not too much, but enough for the flow to happen. So a little bit here and there, a little bit here and there. Now be very careful and mindful. If you will be spraying like that on the dark color too close, you have to be really careful and know your tools enough, because you may have the secondary splashes thing on your project. So be very careful and mindful about that. So we are trying to get a little bit of movement happening here. And you can help yourself, look, by lifting your pages. And it's a bright color. It's not that much wadi here yet, so that's why the movement is not happening as such. But keep on adding. It's better to add than trying to get rid of things. So, take your time, guys. Take your time. The coloring, the movement will happen, and it's different with the brighter color. It could be a little bit different than with the darker color. So I'm helping out myself as well, holding my palette. That's just me. And I have like good amount of pigment here. You like that pink? I love that pink as well. And it is, have a look in the phone if someone is ringing or what. Emily, if you don't mind, please. Thank you. No, I thought it was daddy. No, that's okay. Sometimes Lucas is ringing from upstairs downstairs to bring him like cream or something like that. So let me have a look on my Facebook for just 2 seconds. Okay. So as you can see, our flow is happening. If you don't feel it's not happening, add with the brush a little bit of wadi. Not so much maybe with the spray. Then if you are afraid of, try to use a little bit of, as you can see, I'm going more less in the outside, in the kind of, what's the word? In the edges. Oh, the edges of my page. You okay, Amy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Now
waiting
then.
for the bubbles.
Okay. Oh yes. Okay. Next one will be our purple. So I've chosen my brighter color first, and now I'm choosing my darker color because it's just easier to cover the darker over brighter, isn't it? Now these are pretty bright, both of them, so really technically if you look at how much they're gonna melt and kind of mix in between, not so much, not so extremely much. Now let me just get some paper. You can get some paper and help yourself if you feel that maybe. How do I know where to apply paint? Well, I kind of apply where my texture paste is. That kind of way. I'm trying to color my white texture paste or my 3D gesso, whatever you have used. So wherever my texture is, I'm trying to color that. If there will be any question I missed that it's about the class, girls, you can text me if you don't mind. So if there's anything happening going to your butterfly, to your focal point, you can move it. It's okay. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to just simply do things differently. And, if you feel like rip it apart, do it. That's okay too. So I'm getting, I'll get that because you may see it, how much I take. So I'm taking some paint. I like lifting my pages a lot of times, or most of the time. And I'm playing with Wadi as well. So, and Wadi, it's kind of moving. So I'm kind of dragging my paint, dragging my pigment here. So I allow the pigment to go nicely in between the grooves, or somewhat in between the grooves. So, I hope you are crafting with me. And you know what? If you're not familiar with my Facebook group, it's called Maremi's Creative Cafe. It's on Facebook. I know not everyone is on Facebook, but maybe it's worth to have a look, because you could actually share your projects after this live. It would be so amazing if you could do that. So now if I'm losing a little bit of that pinkish color, that's okay. Go back with your pink, mix it up wherever you feel like its color is lost, that you wish this to be happening more. That's okay. You can do it. You can just go back and decide for. I'm gonna leave it for now, guys, because I can leave this for dry so it can nicely dry itself without me interrupting it, and I can move on to page number 2 next to me, so that way this can dry. And I'm gonna try to add a little bit more pigment here and there, so to have a bit of darker purple going on, because I felt that I kind of lost the darkness on that page, and I would like a little bit of that darkness happening. So here I am in few places only, and if I feel that something went on where it shouldn't, that's okay. Okay, so let's do that. There's lots of chats, guys. Thank you very much for chatting, taking part. It is awesome, and it's down to you if you chatting with each other. Okay, so now the challenging side. Do you know what? I'm tempted to go with the blue and green and yellow of that butterfly, but then I'm thinking I'm tempted as well to kind of maybe stick with 2 pages at once. Yes, 1 page, 2 page, because they are kind of different to me, yet they are together. I think I'm going to jump in for actually changing the idea and going for the pinkish background. Let's see that. Let's see that what's going to happen. Let's see. I have this nice kind of like a wine color, I guess. I could say it's like a nice wine color. Oh, yes, and it is matching my background here. So I think this will actually be nice and happy with the other background. So I may jump in with those colors as well. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get my this pinkish pink. Why not? And as well have it here. Why not? Let's spray it. Oh, I can't spray it. Oh, I can't spray it. I need. Sorry. I think This could work. Oh, there you go. No, it works, Emily, but it needs more water, you know? And it has to be upright position when spraying then. Oh, thanks for spraying my hair. Okay, so now as well, you may find and fancy a little bit of adding color in between the grooves here and there, here and there. We're not done yet with coloring here, because we will be then adding darker color, which always makes a huge difference. Now, a lot of pigment went on top of my butterfly. I'm okay with that. Wipe it off a little bit. I'm thinking that I'm going to be gently moving that pigment, maybe a little bit, and go back with that delicate peachy pink. Beautiful peachy pink. Beautiful peachy pink. I love that stencil, I have to say. One of my favorite, one of your favorites too. Such a simple stencil, you know, but also I'm going in between the grooves, guys. I'm trying to keep my whiteness of that stencil and kind of going in between the grooves, you know, in between the grooves as much as I can. Of course, you want to be able to keep it all white, and it's not about keeping it all white, but trying to kind of have the beautiful texture visible enough. So going teensy for that here. It's awesome. Now I feel that we can craft like that for another 2 hours. My only worry that nobody's gonna watch such a long live, isn't it? Lives are long, I know that, and I don't think, I feel they maybe shouldn't be that long, but I don't know. What's your opinion? I wonder what's your opinion. I'm going with that beautiful beautiful, what's the word, wine color. I should know that. I don't drink wine though. I drink Baileys. I love Baileys. So yes, I love Baileys. I'm gonna check if a little doggy. Thank you, Anna. Yeah, there's so many of you watching. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. I hope you're gonna stay. I hope you're gonna stay. Oh, thank you, Emily. Yeah, go down. Thank you. Baileys too. Yes, I'm a Baileys girl. I'm a Baileys girl. Oh, thank you for liking the video. You hit the 500. Unbelievable. Wow. Thank you. It's awesome. It's awesome. I should lift that page, guys. Let's lift this one as well. And also, please do not worry. If things went into your middle section of your page, wipe it off as well. Look, it's fine. Yeah. Okay, I was just reading teensy message. Thank you very much. Oh, you are so kind. In the name of 514 thumbs up. Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, I'm kind of speechless. Smiling, but kind of speechless. So let's keep on coloring, guys, because that's what we're here for, isn't it? And we can be here for another hour or two since Hannah is asleep. Thank you, Willow. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so I am here with the darker color as well. And I'm really tempted to kind of go here with that wine color as well. I'm gonna go for that wine color here too. I'm sorry, I have to. I just feel that they have to love each other. And if you kind of go together with it, they will. We have to make them meet them, you know, that kind of way. And also, don't worry about this kind of what's the word, zacieki in English, Emily? Zacieki drips, because we will be using those drips. So if you have some drips here happening, any sort of drips, that's awesome. Yes, if you have any drips, that's perfectly fine, because we will be doodling with the drips next, not next, at the end of it, but yes. So
I love the colors.
I love the colors too. Thank you, Emily. Yes, Emily is still here. I'm so happy you are still here, everyone. Yes. Let's see what happens now if we're gonna go for a little bit of more wadi. There we go. So another idea, another technique you may use is this, that you are going for a more pigment here. Go with your pigment on the edge of your page, guys. On the edge, on the edge, on the edge. And then spray, but not directly on the color, but spray a little off it, like a bit here, like here, spray here, a little bit here, and just on the angle, and then look, things will be moving nicely. If not too much, you can help it out as well. And then what about, Emily, if we're gonna jump in with our purple here too? Or no, I'm gonna be courageous and I'm gonna use maybe that teal, not teal. I love this color. Oh, I love this color.
Gray.
Yes. Oh, it is actually, Emily, matching the butterfly. Do you know what? I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna add that color. Why not? Oh, wow. It's gonna be gorgeous. So gorgeous. So I'm singing. Yes, you can eat my biscuit, Emily. Oh, Emmy. She wanted to be so much. Emily wanted to be here so very much. So yes. Okay, let's get that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. How much beauty is here. Oh, I love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, I think Daddy is coming. I cannot believe it.
You said I love it, love it, love it. Someone comments to say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we do love it, isn't it, guys? I love it too. So that color, look how much of beauty now this, adding this tealish, grayish, bluish, strange color is. Do you know what? I'm gonna post on my Instagram soon. This palette is my absolute favorite palette. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna post that on my Instagram. Because I have a picture of the names when I was putting them from tubes, because I really wanted to know the names of them, because many of you have asked me from previous videos which are those, and I never remembered it. So at this time, haha, Marta was smart enough to actually take a photo when I was redoing my palette and making my new palette. So yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit courageous here and splash it. Awesome. So we getting that texture out, and we have a different color scheme here, different here. I don't think I've ever actually done a different color schemes in this way, but that's okay. Like Hannah says, that's okay. I actually heard her. She's not asleep. I cannot believe it, Emily. Poor daddy. So let's see what are the rest of the colors. I think we should go for a little bit of black, isn't it? A little bit of black, I think. I love that blue. I'm looking at it, how beautiful that is. And you know what? I'm gonna leave it now, and I'm gonna get that black now. I'm looking at the chat. Thank you so much for coffee and for the what's it called? The pear. You know, pear is actually absolute favorite food of Hannah. So yeah, pear is our thing. Thank you. I'm gonna be adding black, and black, it's so it's such a dodgy color for many. For me too, sometimes. For me too. It could be very difficult, it could be very troubling. But don't be afraid of black. Just go for it. But look, tiny amounts, you know, tiny, teensy amounts. Okay, so I added some pigment. Now I'm going to slow it down because I don't want this to go too much on my butterfly. So I'm cleaning my brush even more. And I'm going to be dragging now the color. You see, I'm kind of helping it and dragging it. So I had a lot of pigment, but I'm dragging it. And if I don't like something like this drip, clean it, maybe. And we're going to leave only nice drips. So let's see if I just as well, I think I will be able to check, and thank you each of you for all your beautiful comments afterwards. I hope that the chat will stay on afterwards. I will be reading that, I promise you. So yes, I will check on you guys when you were chit-chatting, and I cannot chit-chatting with you. And I'm a chit-chatter, you know, a lot, as you know. I'm a chit-chatter. Emily just brought a fresh bottle of water for drinking. We definitely need that. Look how beautiful. I love how different those two sides are, how amazing at the same time, isn't it? What you think, Emmy?
I would add black here a little bit too.
Would you?
Because this butterfly is black as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. Maybe a small bit so they could match the two pages a little bit, you know?
Okay. Although I like the fact that they are not matching as such. But I
Really?
know, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's why. But no, I'm gonna go for a suggestion. Let's challenge. You want to challenge Mama? There we go. No problem. A teensy, is it? Teensy amount of black.
Mm-hmm.
My only worry would be that I'm gonna kill my beautiful tea dish, which I don't want to do. But we just have to be gentle about it. So we see I'm adding a tiny amount of wadi and dragging again in places. You see, this is probably the reason why I'm no longer using sprays as such in the art journaling, because I have a better control with this kind of painting than with the sprays. Because when you like, although if you check my older videos, indeed I was opening sprays a lot and keep on playing with the little, you know, with this thing, you know, and I was coloring with this thing a lot until I moved to my beautiful watercolors, which are fantastic for mixed media as well, for art journaling, collaging, decoupaging. Why not? I feel that I started watercoloring journey, and a lot of people have moved from thinking that the sprays are the only option for your coloring for your mixed media projects. No, actually watercolors are equally fine, you know. What do you think, Emmy, now about that black in there as well? I think you were right.
Lots of people were saying that they agree with me, and they said that it was a good idea to do the black.
Hey Janine, thank you very much. I see your name popping up a lot. Thank you very much. I think, were you the one hoping for 500 thumbs up, is it? And cheering for that. Thank you. Okay, so let's go for the finishing up the coloring part. How are you in your crafting, guys? Let me know. If you're watching the recording, it's probably very boring, because it's different when you are in the live show, indeed, and you can see the actual comments, although they're jumping like so fast, so crazy quick. But I wonder how you are with your coloring. I think I hear Daddy. Maybe Hannah is asleep. No way.
She was actually asking to go to sleep.
Was she?
Yeah, when Dad came in,
No
she
way.
was asking him if she could go to sleep.
Seriously, this is like never
I was
happens.
surprised.
Yeah.
She was like,
what did she say?
I think she said sleepies.
Okay, sleepies, milky. Did she want milk?
Yeah, she wanted the milky in the bottle.
Okay.
Sleepies.
Aww.
She was finally tired.
Thank you, Emily, for minding her at the afternoon. Thank you. Thank you for the heart, Julie. Thank you. We have another. Guys, I won't be able to finish off this page. I can't be looking at your chat. Thank you for the pear again. Jumping pear. Yay! Oh my. This is such a beautiful option on YouTube, I would say. A possibility. I remember years, I think this is one of the reasons why we have started with the online shop, because so many of you was always saying to me, I would love to support you. There's no way you don't have Patreon page, you know. And I was like, no, but and then the shop was part of, and I know many of you is shopping in my online store for the part of supporting it. I know that. I probably some of you don't even need this stuff, but you just feel like supporting the shop and just getting some orders. So thank you for keeping us busy, like, I mean, crazy busy, especially these days. So thank you. Unbelievable. I feel that we have a bit too much of a white space. How do you think? Although we will be adding some bit of our bubbles, so we need for the bubbles as well. But I feel we may have a little bit too much. Oh yeah, here, yes, Emily. Thank you very much for that. Thank you.
Blend it in.
So many thumbs up. Yes. Yeah, wow. Thank you very much.
Marta t-shirts.
Yes, the t-shirts with Wadi or with love it. Yes. What else? There's so many sayings indeed that I have been saying. Yeah, t-shirts with the Gorgesso would be just absolutely amazing. I wanted mugs. There was a moment when I wanted a mug machine, and Lucas was like, "Are you serious, Marta? That's the last thing. That's the only thing we're missing in this messy house. We have no room. We have when we printed papers. Believe or not, you're not gonna believe it. I'm not sure if I shared it, but we kept them in the bedroom because we have no room." So the boxes of papers that we printed, the whole set of papers was kept in. Oh, the little foxy was kept in the boxes were kept in our bedroom. So yeah, t-shirts would be absolutely amazing. I have a think about it, okay? Because I think YouTube is giving option like some merchandise. I've never looked into it. I just have no time for these things. I wish, but it's just not easy, you know, to kind of. And indeed, even Lucas said today, he said, Marta, everything revolves around today's channel, today's life. I said, I know. You know, just we kind of had to make sure we be there on time, although we weren't, making sure the everything will work. And it wasn't working. So yeah. Oh well, life happens, guys, and that's okay. Yeah, we will be crafting with Emily soon. We've done some watercolors actually. Daddy's here. Is Hannah asleep? No, we're not gonna hear a word. Okay, let's mix some colors because I feel that my palette, this is not really the color that is here. Although, although it's matching here, would that be too crazy to add it? Of course it is, but I'm gonna do it. Teensy, teensy. Teensy, teensy. Well, now we are seriously in the coloring zone, guys. Look at that. Coloring zone. Take your time with coloring. There's no rush for you. There's no need to jump in and rush it. And no, take your time with coloring. It's all about patience in coloring and really looking around what's going on with your pages, with your project, with your coloring. This is gorgeous. So look at that, guys. Look at that drip. I'm not too sure if you can see it, but it's gorgeous. So look, Emily.
Oh wow.
I've added the
green.
The green.
That actually looks so cool.
I leave it. I think I'm done with that side. We have to kind of do teensy things here maybe, or I'm gonna leave it for bubbles. I don't know yet. Maybe, yeah. I'll see. Maybe a little bit here. Actually, a little bit there, a little bit of black. So yes, we've done some watercolor session with Emily. So soon, hopefully soon, we will have it on the channel. I think, Lucas, everyone says hi to you when you came, you know. Did you hear that? Did you hear? I think they didn't hear it. It was too quiet. Oh, that was a knock, guys. That was a knock. My Lucas is very shy, and it's just so different to me chatting and him chatting. And when he was setting up the whole camera here, he was terrified on the thought that he could actually be caught on camera live or something. He goes, "Are you sure we're not live? Are you sure?" He's so cute. So yeah. Knock, knock back, Lucas. Oh, that was something, really. That was a knock. Do you know what? We have a funny color scheme here, and I think that's what I'm going to do. It's a different peachy thing. It's a greeny thing, but not so, look, a teensy. I'm just feeling that it's a lit. Oh, Emily's nodding her head that I'm doing pretty okay here.
I actually love this.
You do? Okay. Okay, but that's it, you know. I'm going to dry this now, guys. It's time for drying. you kind of, you have to know when to stop it, you know, and it's not easy to stop it. I really know it's not easy to stop. And you're always asking me, Marta, how do you know when to stop it? I don't know. It's a really 2 seconds, because my cables are all over the place. It's a really it's really what's the word, it's really a lock, whatever feels good for your eyes. It's a little bit of how the page turns out, and you just look at it and you just feel that this is it. And I feel that this is it, that I'm going too close, and I may not have my white space, my elements for my bubbles. So, you know, thank you everyone, thank you. So yes, I'm drying that because we need some we need this to be dry. Oh, I'm just looking at the page, that it looks a little bit different, but that's okay too, you know. Oopsie, that's the original. That's the original. And that's the different one. That's okay. I think that's okay.
When you add the bubbles, they're gonna look
Similar.
well.
No? Different?
They're gonna look different, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Two experiences of looking at colors, which ones work together, and it's lovely.
Laura, just starting coloring. OMG, guys. I hope I'm not too fast. I'm really trying. Okay, I be chatting now. I can tell you some funny story maybe from my life. Yeah. What can I tell you? Interesting. We had a beautiful day today. Girls were outside. Weather. What did I say?
No, like you said, beautiful day, and I'm saying
yes, weather.
Lovely weather.
Yes, and the girls were. I'm coming closer in case you can't hear me. And they were doing the dandelions. They were blowing the dandelions in the garden. So we need to dry this. We need to dry this. Everyone who came late, it's all good. You can rewatch the live show as well. You can keep on staying and watching. So please feel free to do so. Okay, I'm gonna go a bit like faster. Yes, you can use Prima oil pastels, absolutely. Just, you know how you can use them? I'll show you. These are woodies, but you can use them exactly the same way. You just get a bit of water, get some pigment off it with your brush. That's it. And you can keep on coloring, absolutely. So woodies or watercolors or what you call them, the pastels, no problem. Painting with both hands. That's a challenge for a great video, actually. Jane, I can do that. What an idea, Emily. You better write it down.
Yeah.
If you have to go, of course, I understand. And thank you so much for being here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you. No, these are not my homemade journals. This is a wine book. This one is a wine book which is having loads of info about winery. Yeah, and I have used it and I love it, and you love it so very much. So here it is, some pages. Let's do a flip through, since I don't think anyone is rushing, no? So why not? Let's have a look at those pages. I should record some going through and chit-chatting. Would you like the video like that? Chit-chatting about pages. Those two pages were actually created, this one and this one, with the supplies sent by you guys. I have still tons to open, which I will. I promise I will. And here it is, a winter one. This was the first page where I have used your elements. Absolutely sensational, crazy looking page, but how different. I love it. And then we had the challenge where I have been using only teal colors. And then we had working on a black space, I think, white space. No, this one was white space. A very old page with my old papers. And then we have this one, which I love very much, I have to say. Love, love, love it. The drips. And we had some seaside. Why not? Because seaside is, it's a great theme for a lot of people, but I keep on forgetting about it. I love this page so very much. Absolutely stunning.
I've never seen you made it.
Oh, it's probably one of the first pages in this book. I should do something here. Not my most favorite these days, but it was a good learning lesson here. I like this one as well. Very nice. This one is interesting. I like that. And oh, I love this vintage one, I have to say. Oh, I love, love, love this one. This one was done with the transparent 3D gel medium. Very interesting texture, peeking through. I love this one as well. Here are my papers as well, and stickers. Oh, and the same stencil, actually. Now we know why I like it. I love this one 2 bits as well. A mix of 49 and Market and my papers. And another vintage from Element sent by you. So, and this is it. A page. So, yeah. Yes, I glue my pages together 90% of the time, I'd say, because I like them to be thick and I don't want them to, you know, be yeah, I just glue them together. Yeah, I do in all of them, actually, unless it's like a nearly cardboardish, then I don't. But usually I would. I have to say that I cannot wait to see your pages. What you've used, what design, what coloring, whether you crafted in books or in the cardboard or loose pages, wherever you've done it. I cannot wait to see it. So please do share it in Maremi's Creative Cafe, our Facebook group. If you're not part of it, please click the join button. We will accept you. And yeah, please do. I usually glue two pages together. Okay. Now we can leave that. Someone was asking Emily about what would she like to do when she's older. I'm not too sure Emily knows. Do you know?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I don't know. There's so many things that I like.
That's okay.
When it comes to sport or when it comes to crafting.
Yes.
So many things that, like, there's so many possibilities that it's kind of hard to choose for me.
Yeah.
For now.
So guys, we move into the next stage, which is our doodling bubbles our bubbles. So the idea is to make our bubbles looking like they are 3D, like droplets, like bubbles, like yeah, like bubbles. Yeah, that's a good word. That's the best word, I think, bubbles. So I wonder where you at, guys. This is looking lovely, Marta. Thank you. Say night night. That's okay. Please feel free to go. I completely understand that. I feel tired as well. It's pretty late, I have to say so. I thought that this live will be much shorter, but I understand that if we want to make sure that most of us craft, I shouldn't be rushing, and yeah, we just can enjoy each other's company. You can always rewatch it later, guys. Please don't feel obliged to stay. So bubbles. Now I'm having this strange stencil. So yeah, if you would like to use stencil like that, that's awesome. Now where I'm going to begin, I'm going to do similar to what I've done in the previous page. So go with the big one, and I'm using my pencil. Now, where are you at with your pages, guys? What time is Marta? In my country, where I am in Ireland, it's 11 in the evening. 11 in the evening. So yes.
Well, in the night.
In the night, yes. Yeah, it's 11. And as I said, next live I will try to start at midnight, which will be nice evening starting for USA, and morning not too early for Australia, very late night in Europe. But I'll try to kind of, you know, I would love to be able to have a life for others as well. So I'm gonna try to see if it's a good idea or not. We will see. So I'm gonna be jumping in with my pencil, gently making a little circles. So here it is. I'm not circling on top of my butterfly, just around it. And then I'm looking at the size, what kind of sizes of the bubbles I could have make. So I'm going to go for this small one here. Gently outline it. And I'm maybe going to go for, I hope you can still see it. I'm going to go for this one maybe here. So we have one bubble here, 2 and 3, and maybe, oopsie, that just fell down. And maybe I'm going to go for one more, but I'll see. For now, I'm going to have a look at, concentrate at those, or will I add more? Well, I don't know. I don't know. Is this the biggest one? I think it is. Yeah, I'm going to add here as well. So I'm going to go for bubble, maybe maybe the smaller bubble here for, no, this bubble, the biggish bubble, this bubble for this butterfly. Then we have maybe, so I like to keep my bubble with the butterfly, you know, somehow that the butterfly is there. And maybe I'm gonna go for a bubble here as well, or maybe here, not so obvious. No, a little lower. Okay. Then maybe let me see, 1, 2. No, actually a bit closer. I would like this to be a bit closer. Okay, so we have our bubbles kind of decided of where they are, and I think I'm gonna still go for one more bubble, which could be here. Yeah, so they're flying away. Now, what we're gonna use for our bubbles, guys? That's the question, and I have a little trick for you. And we're gonna use watercolors. I always have been using my different, like white gesso or crayons, but this time we're gonna use white gesso. White watercolor, sorry. So I'm gonna be making like a wash of white, like really, really delicate amount of white. So I'm gonna add some water here to my whites. So kind of make a wash. If you don't have watercolors, white watercolors, that's absolutely fine. You can use, I'm making a wash, can you see? So a bit of water, and if you don't have it, you can use your acrylic paints, but washed, as in not washed, what's the word, like wash, like add enough of water to make it like a whitewash, or you can use as well any other medium, just whitewash it. You can go from probably woodies as well like that and get some pigment delicate. So that's the idea. That's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna be going to my circles gently and whitewashing it and just filling in the bubble here. I'm not going with the a strong white color, strong white pigment, because I would like to keep the transparency, guys, you know. I would love to keep the transparency of that and seeing through my beautiful papers, a bit of color as well. When it dries, it's always a little bit brighter. So let's go for here, and I will also be adding white here in around the butterfly. And my brush is very delicate, nice and pointy. It is just so much easier then. So I'm gonna be adding much more whitewash. What's here? I think it's the gesso that dried out. So I'm gonna be adding here around my butterfly, and a bit more pigment here maybe on the white surface, because I would love this to be more visible. You can always go back, you can always add it, guys, remember that, you know. So here it is. So that's what we have right now, and I hope you can see this teensy transparency. And you know what, I'm gonna actually sit down. Emily, do you mind if I sit down?
I don't mind,
because I feel that I'm standing for the past an hour and two or more. So I may just jump in. That's okay. That's okay. We love when Hannah says that. So I'm filling in all the bubbles now. And I don't mind the fact that you can still see the pencil around it. That's okay for me, you know? That's okay. Those are, this is white. One white is white, one is titanium white, I think. Because I think there are the gouache. Oh, thank you, Emily. The gouaches do have indeed in that set 2 different whites, and here are just, there's more woody in this one, there's less woody in this one, because I'm just kind of having my empty little pots to, if I need to add some kind of pigment, clean my brush off. So, oh yes, thank you, Emily, you are darling. So we have white and titanium white. So indeed, well, I don't know which is more whiter.
I think one is creamier.
Yes.
And then one is more like white.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you have them next to each other, you can tell. As in, like.
Yeah. Okay. Not in those tubes, I can't say.
Yeah.
But yes, indeed, you're right. There are 2 whites. So be sure to show your efforts afterwards. Share it on Facebook, on Instagram. I would love to see your makes, guys. I really do. Not only me, but it between each other, guys. You know, we should have a hashtag probably, Maremi's live class or something like that. I can come up with some hashtag for you guys and then let you know. That would be amazing, so everyone can use that hashtag afterwards, and you know, we all will be able to share each other's projects and see them. Okay, I moved now. My body is moving because of a natural thing that there is imperfections in the pages. So I'm filling in those bubbles. Where are you at, guys, with your with your journals? Tell me. I do wonder if I'm too fast with it, or are you managing to keep on going with me? I hope you are able to be crafting with me. So are you at the texture paste coloring part, focal point, or you are drawing the bubbles now or filling the bubbles? Where are you at? Let's share that. Doing good. I hope I'm doing good. No, that's not to me comment. I'm pretty sure now. filling the bubbles. Awesome. Yeah, Maremi, it's similar sound to Marvelli, indeed. Maremi comes from Marta and Emily. Painting bubbles, clear Gesso. I love it. Australia, still in bed watching. I'm filling the bubbles. Yay! I'm messing up my shading. That's okay. Don't worry. Trying that out. I'm still painting. Okay. Hey, you doing your circles. I'm with you. Tea and raisin toast. I'm in bed resting a little. Okay. Drawing bubbles, filling the bubbles. Awesome, guys. Well, that's it. So it's not too bad. I'm not too bad. I'm not too super fast. Okay. Emily, you filled your bubbles already?
Those are just two to just.
Okay. Emily's doing project on the side here, secretly.
Well, not a project. I'm just practicing the bubbles.
The bubbles, yeah.
So I can use the idea for a different project.
That's good.
Not that I have one in mind, because I don't have one yet.
No, because bubbles are not horses, and she loves drawing
horses
for the past 2-3 days. And she's coming downstairs rather than going to sleep. Mommy, I need to show you. I made another horse. I drew another horse. So
yeah.
There it is with the horses. Okay. You're filling the bubbles. That's the job. That's the joy, guys. Filling the bubbles. So I have this wash, as you can see. So it's not that harsh. We can still see through. And it's like nicely picking up underneath it as well. It's awesome. Emily, share your project. Your horses, maybe. Your horses are upstairs, isn't it? Your bubbles. Yeah, you can show your bubbles if you want.
Well, there's nothing special to them yet.
Except they are bubbles.
They're just, circles so far. You can't really.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
That looks good. Emily, we keep on saying like Hanita, that's okay. Now we know why she's saying that. That's okay. I say that a lot, apparently, I think. I'm filling class bubble, guys. Bubbles. So, pretty, Emily. Okay, I'm filling my last bubble. It's like a milky white. I like that. It's like painting with milk, actually. It's like Hannah's milk here. Yeah, I think I need a sip of water for sure now.
But then I brought more.
Okay. Okay. I'm done with my bubbles nearly. Well, I'm gonna repeat this one a little bit. Teensy, because this one was on the very dark surface, so here we go, and now we're gonna be starting soon on the thinking how to shade it. Now there are a few tricks about it. Well, not few tricks, few rules, I suppose, that I've learned, which I'm gonna share with you when I was practicing my own bubbles, because I'm not a bubble expert. I may be after this one. I'm gonna add a little bit more. No, actually, no, I won't. So let me show you something interesting about the bubbles. I'm gonna get some paper, maybe. So when we have a bubble, and I'm gonna make that bubble, we need to think of where the light is coming. And actually, it would be better on the darker surface. Actually, do I have any? I do. I do have some. Oops, that fell down. I knew that Hanita will. I have stickers on my pen, on my things. So here is our bubble, right? So the idea is that we need to look where it's darker, when it's brighter. So we are filling up our bubble in white. Let me just do it quickly as well. So we fill in this bubble, oopsie, with white. right?
It's just a little bit slower.
And then we need to decide where the light is coming from. And it would be good to decide for all your bubbles, guys, because it would be just looking bad if you will decide that on this bubble the light comes in here, on this bubble the light comes in here. So no, not really. Then we're gonna get some gray color. Well, at least I love the gray. Oops. Okay, that's okay, Emily, I can clean it off. Kind of, we had a little drip because my pages were up. That's okay, I moved them like here. So we're getting a little bit of gray now, which is, my gray is here and he's also here, I think. And we're gonna decide for, let's say that it will be maybe here, the darker. So we're going for this side, but also opposite to here, you know, opposite to here. So outside the bubble and inside the bubble. And now make sure that you are kind of quickly trying to loosen up your line. Same for here. You wish to loosen up it. So maybe you could, what you could do is you could do one side and then another side, not together, or be fast. So again, adding some bit of darker here, filling up more, and even more, loosen up. And then if you feel like, oh, I fancy this to be even darker, absolutely add even more if you wish on some edges, some edge. And so here we have, and then as I said, outside your bubble as well. I'm gonna show you close as well, guys, so nothing to be stressed. I'm cleaning off my brush as well. So this could be the way. Also, you could get your white and be more whitish on that side, you know, inside your bubble, to make this even more standing out, the contrast. So you could say, oh, okay, I'm gonna add a bit more there. That kind of way. I'm trying to break my lines in between. So, and if you feel like, oh, I wish this to be even more dark. So, do you know, I think it would be great to have a little video as well, and of different shades. And what you think, let me know. Shades of bubbles and learning these things. So let me bring you that a bit closer. Okay, so as you can see, we have darker here inside our bubble. And also, I'm sorry, it's not sharp. I shouldn't be moving, is it? Okay, I won't be moving. Oh, come on, be sharp. Oh, it was sharp. There we go. Oh, come on. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Maybe like this, closer, even closer. There we go. No. I'm so sorry, I'm trying my best, but the camera is slower than what I see. Anyway, you can see that there's part of the bubble inside darker and outside darker, opposite to it. I hope you can see that clearly. So I think it's super easy little technique. So yes. Yeah, I think it would be nice to have a little bit of that video about the shading. I'm going to leave this one here, guys, for your reference, for my reference as well. And I'm going to have a look at how I'm going to add it. And I think I'm going to go for the whiter here, because it will be just, no, will I? No, actually, I don't know. I'll see. Let's see. I'm going to go for a little bit of white now, even more. I don't know. I'm not, yeah, I think I'm going to go for, no. I cannot make up my mind. I think for me, well, I don't know. I'm so sorry. Are you laughing at Mama? Okay, here it is. Here is the brighter part.
No
So
comment.
this will be the brighter part, a little bit brighter. So I'm kind of going now even more. Oops, even more, and hoping to loosen up this a little bit. And let's get that gray as well into action. And here it is, a little bit darker. Now, I'm sure that you can find on Google some much better, what's the word? You know, tutorials regards bubbles and coloring this way, this technique. So feel free to check them, guys, you know. So yeah, I'll do the tutorial about the bubbles. So we do that at some point. Not sure when, but I'll do that, guys. I think it'll be fantastic. Okay, so we have one bubble down, and let's move on to the bubble number 2. So as you can see, I'm trying to make sure that I'm going to keep the whiteness of the same side of each bubble and the darkness as well. So, oh, well done, Emily.
That was my first attempt. That was not great.
We have to show it.
And then the second attempt
wow,
turned out much better.
Wow, that is amazing, Emmy. That is absolutely amazing. First attempt
first one, I added too much water.
Yeah.
And the paper started crumbling.
Yes, it's gorgeous. You did fantastic, Emmy.
If I did it again, then it would be even better because practice makes perfect.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks for trying.
Yeah. It's actually fun.
You did great. Okay, so I'm going for a little bit darker here as well.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
It's actually Emily reading more of your comments than me. She's looking at it. She's keeping an eye in case I miss something. So I'm adding color to my third bubble, guys. How are you doing with your bubbles? I actually cannot wait. Please, yes, I cannot wait to see your attempts. It's gonna be fantastic to see them all. So of course it would be great if you post it anywhere, somewhere. Let's think about hashtag. Any ideas for hashtag, guys? Why don't we think about it together now? Hashtag. Our title of today's video is free online class from Maremi, but that's a bit too long. So maybe free, maybe online Maremi online class. How is that? Maremi online class. So we all know where to look for, how to look for it. Smart Arts Family. Marta Life. Oh, I like that. Marta Life. Oh, I like that. Marta Life or Maremi Life. Maybe Maremi. Maremi Life hashtag. That would be good because I often use hashtags with Maremi. So Maremi Life. Maremi Life. Yeah, that's awesome, actually. I think so. Yeah, let's keep that. So, guys, this is our hashtag for this live sessions that we can all see each other's projects. Because if you didn't know, if you're on Facebook or if you're on Instagram, you can go and click in the, you know, when you have this tab for looking for person's name, for example, you can do exactly the same when you're looking for the hashtag. You can just write it down, the hashtag, and you will see, those things that were hashtagged with. So if we will use hashtag Maremi Life, the projects from Maremi Life will appear, unless your account on Facebook is, for example, locked to private or something like that. Others may not see it, but in general you should be able to see it. So I will be doing that as well, guys. Maremi Life, I think that sounds great. Maremi Life, super. Yeah, we do that so we can see each other's project. If you're not in Facebook, but you may be on Instagram, I think it would be amazing to see how all of us made, what happened, how this went when, we all have different supplies, different ideas, different abilities, different views, different likings. I think it's just fun to see.
I love those bubbles.
Thank you very much, Emily. I like them too. I have to say, I like them too. I like the idea of those bubbles. In general, circles, bubbles are just so cool. I love it.
I think you used to do them more before.
Yes, I did indeed. There's so many crafts, Emily, that I would love to try. So many ideas I get daily from you guys, from what I have seen, and you know, it's just wow. So, if you are just joining, it'd be great if you could like the video. Thank you very much in advance. We have so many likes already, which is pretty insane, I have to say. Insane.
More likes than people at this point.
At this point, yes, more likes than watching. That's okay.
It's getting late, very late at some places.
In Europe especially, yes.
Mm.
So I don't blame you guys for going to bed. I'm not sleepy though. I'm hyper now. I will definitely have a glass of Baileys. A glass of Baileys after this one. I'm so happy, you know. I have been thinking about lives for so long, but now that I definitely will get a better camera. I think, well, actually, now that I'm looking, it's not too bad, isn't it? But I think there are some better options, better ways that I could do things better, I think. And Lucas fixed my lights to get today. I never knew I can put them up higher than, you know. So yes. Yeah, we could use maybe Maremi. Yeah, I think we stick with Maremi 1. No, Maremi Live, because I think that's better. And all the lives will be under one hashtag. Because if we be adding 1 or 2 or 3 class or something, could be too much. But then let's leave it with Maremi Live. I think that's kind of all in one, under one hashtag, all in one. I think that could be just easier to find, you know. So bubble, second last. Is it second last in English, Emily? Przedostatnia?
Yeah, second last.
Ja właściwie nic nie powiedziałam po polsku w tym live. Jestem ciekawa, czy są jakieś osoby z Polski, które nas oglądają. I just wonder if there's any Polish people that watching us. I never said anything in Polish, but I'm pretty sure I've heard about one person that will be watching from Poland.
Nie wiem jak teraz, ale wcześniej.
O, dzień dobry! I do see one person. Awesome.
Wcześniej było kilka osób.
Yeah, they were before. Oh, that's nice. You know, I'm so used to speaking in English that for me speaking in Polish it's just so
Strange.
Strange. Yes, it's just so very strange.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, super. There is Polish. Yeah, Kinga, Sylwia,
4.
Wojciech, Marysia. Dobry wieczór. Dobry wieczór. Super, fantastycznie, bardzo się cieszę. Miło mi, niezmiernie. I'm really happy to see that we have Polish, little Polish accents in the chats as well. So filling the bubbles, guys. Let's fill those bubbles. So I'm doing the darker shades afterwards, I guess. I was chit-chatting to you, so I will be doing the darker part on the other side in a second. I stick with this one first, with the...
Ania said something in Polish.
Ciesz się tym projektem. Cześć, ciesz się tym projektem. That's good, Ania. That is correct. Enjoy the show, yes. Ciesz się tym.
Enjoy the project.
Tak. Awesome.
You should do a video in Polish.
Yes, there is a plan. I just forgot about it. To make a full video in Polish. But I just wonder how others
With
will actually
me,
react
maybe.
to it.
It's
Us
I feel like
speaking in Polish together.
it would be more fluent if it was 2 people, I'd say.
Come on, how often you speak Polish, Emily? You are the worst in our family, isn't it? Speaking Polish, you keep on forgetting.
Well, no,
and that is like,
because
English, no English.
it's not that I forget.
No,
but
no.
Like
it's much easier.
It's just quicker and easier, and also Hannah understands English
better,
slightly better. Well, the words are shorter.
Yeah.
And easier to say in English. So I just use English more often.
I love when Emily speaks in Irish. She doesn't do it often though, sadly, but I love it, Emily. I just love it.
I'm all right at Irish, but
It's great in Irish.
It's a confusing language, I'd say.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna ask you a question, and would you reply in English, in Irish for me?
Sorry, wasn't.
Thanks. I will ask you a question, and would you mind replying in English, in Irish?
Yeah, I'll reply in English.
No, reply in Irish. So, how was your day today?
Bhí lá gahaling. So I said my day was amazing.
And do you have any siblings?
Tá for a gum. Tá she do bliana dish. So I said yes. I have a sister and she is 2 years old.
Wow, well done, Emmy. What is your favorite sport?
Tá on
what
sport.
Does tá means?
Tá, well, tá means yes in present tense.
Okay. Because you always start with different.
Well,
exactly. That's the confusion.
Well,
is it?
no, because if I said my day was, it's my day is Tama law. My day was is Vima law, and my day will be is Beg law. It's one verb. To be is in Irish.
That's very complicated.
Well, I'm not gonna do an.
No.
Oh, Tatu Colleen Ma Emily.
Oh, hi Rita.
Garv Mila Mahagat.
So you're just speaking in Irish. Great. Nobody understands that.
No, I just said thank you very much.
Oh, awesome. Emily loves Irish, and it's her favorite subject, isn't it? So I have done my bubbles, and then I'm moving on to the other side with that gray, and hoping to nicely, what's the word? Nicely, get with the color floating and just.
I know the basics of Irish.
I think I just went too much with that bubble.
Anya is starting to learn Irish as well.
Irish is really difficult. I find
There's
it difficult.
There's a lot of rules, lots of irregular verbs, but it's not as hard. It's not as easy as in English. There's irregular verbs, present, past, and future tense.
The same in English.
And it's different endings with the we form. So like we, us.
Okay, that sounds complicated. A bit. Okay, how are you doing, guys? Oh, and Emily loves Spanish. Actually, she would love to learn Spanish, you know? I'm impressed with Emily's ability to be bilingual. Yes, she is great in languages. She loves languages, and
those are probably my favorite things. Languages like Irish, Spanish.
What about Polish?
Well, I mean, at school we never learned Polish.
Yes,
unless I do Polish school, that's different.
So I am finishing my bubble-ish here. We're nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. Now that I'm thinking, it's quite an a big project, big project class. So a good project for a class learning to really learn techniques. So I'm actually glad that we've managed to make this one possible. I was thinking that actually Lucas reminded me to remind you that there is some disturbance in shipping to Australia at the moment. Australia, New Zealand, and what else? The kind of less popular countries, if I can call them like that. It's difficult. We still ship to USA, and we had orders from those countries that we cannot ship right now, and we basically kept those orders as the customers, you guys, wanted it. So we shipped them as soon as possible. For example, Netherlands was cancelled last 2 weeks, for the last 2 weeks, and it was back onto shipping Netherlands last week. So we quickly shipped those that we kept from Netherlands. So so if that's the case, if you ordered and I didn't get in touch with you, I will. I just honestly didn't have a chance to get in touch with you. So I will get in touch with you, either refund you for the order if your country is not shipping at this moment, or keep it for you, because you know the problem with our shop is that we don't have stock. We don't have huge amount of stock, and we may not repeat things, so you may not get it in a month or two. So that's the choice, I guess. But waiting for the goodies, it's not easy, isn't it? So yeah, I'm at the last bubble, guys, with my shadowing. How are you doing, guys? Tell me. You loved your order. Thank you. Would you say something in Polish, Emily? John is asking.
Like what?
Maybe I'll ask you a question and you answer in Polish.
Okay.
How is that? Do you miss Poland?
Tęsknię za Polską, bo...
Come closer maybe a little bit.
Tęsknię za Polską, bo tam jest też dużo rzeczy, babcie. Just like, it's so strange to talk in Polish for me in front of like
come on.
English camera.
Who else do you miss? Do you miss Natalie?
Yes, cousins, kuzynki, babcie, ciocie, wujki.
Yeah, and what Natalie got recently as a gift?
Natalka dostała psa.
Tak.
She got a dog.
Named
Coffee.
Coffee. Yes, a beautiful, cute little doggy, little munchkin. Little munchkin.
He's so cute.
Yeah. Emily just took a photo of me from the live. Actually, I like that. You could take some nice photo, Emily, maybe for my... I forgot that I could take a photo of myself, maybe while I stream, and we can post it on Instagram or something. Yeah, we can take few photos. Możesz wziąć kilka zdjęć, znaczy zrobić kilka zdjęć, dobrze wziąć. A powiedz, tell me as well, what is favorite game for Hannah to play in Polish, please?
Nie wiem. I don't know.
Come on.
Your favorite game?
Yeah. Hide
chowanego. So hide and seek.
Hide and seek. But she says it differently. How does she say it, funny?
Hide and seek.
Hide and seek. Hide and seek. She is so funny. I love that when two of them playing together. That's the best thing for parent, isn't it? My water is so dirty. I mean, seriously, Marta. It doesn't want to go too much of the cleanness here. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna be finishing my bubbles now. Not the live yet, no. you will hear from me for a few more minutes. 4 hours before work. Sadly, you have to go. I understand that. I understand that this live is so long. It's unbelievable. I don't believe that it's taken this long. I didn't think it will. Maybe next time I make it shorter or something. I don't know. Maybe this is too elaborate project. Too elaborate, but a class is a class. It's an online class for you guys, for you to complete an amazing project, I hope, and for you to enjoy chit-chatting community. I am okay. I'm gonna dry that quickly a little bit. see long videos. Yes, but I honestly, I'm not too sure about the life if it's that enjoyable when it's so long, you know. I don't know. It's hard for me to know, to be honest. But then I'm thinking I'm doing this at the pace I would normally do it. So I wonder if you making projects with me with my regular videos, maybe my regular videos are for too fast. Now that I'm thinking, you know. Yeah, upwards. Actually, they do look upwards. Maybe that's why. Yeah, I think they should be upside down. I don't know. That's okay. Now the next thing would be we could do a little bit of stamping, and I'll show you why. I think stamping, and I have my text stamp. I think stamping is great when it comes to adding a little bit of interest and a texture, and the text stamp is unbelievably good with it. I'm using watercolors, so I'm gonna add up here and there, and I'm going with my stamp really where the darkness kind of appears the most. So I'm kind of and chase it even more a little bit. So I'm not going everywhere. I could have, of course, but I'm just trying, or maybe just a little bit, and then I'm gonna turn my stamp as well around. Why not? I could have go everywhere, but I'm going more around it, surrounding it with a little bit of stamping. So to make it crowded, to make it nice and interesting, and I love that. Woohoo! I love that. Love it. Okay. No, I don't seal pages at all. You could hear it that the pages are sticky a little bit, but you know, like this one, for example, because there is lots of gel medium here, so they stuck. But the rest of them, you know, they're not too bad. They're not too bad. So no, I don't seal ever with my pages. What else we could do? Now it's time for a little bit of doodling, and that's no, actually. Before doodling, no. Before doodling, we get some white ink. I forgot to mention that. If you don't have it, that's okay, you know. If you have it, that's great. So I'm gonna get my stamps, my circles stain stamp set, and it's just so beautifully perfect. And adding a little bit of that bubbles as well, here and there, you know. A little, and especially the smaller one, because I just find it that yeah, the smaller are just as well important-ish kind of thing. Maybe half, not full. So again, I'm not really like, oh, it has to be there, or you know. So it's like a little touch of that little circles, you know, so that it's just, so that is just giving this extra feeling of the flyingness of those bubbles. So I could write poems with my English. Flyingness with those bubbles. And also, if you feel like it, you could as well technically take a brush if you can find it, because I don't know where I put it. Okay, no, that's not the brush that I had been using. Okay, I don't have a brush. Oh, it's definitely late hour if I cannot find a brush. Okay, look at that cute brush that I only recently got from Rain. This is the smallest brush in the world. Woohoo! But that's not the brush. Oh, here it is. Hello, brush. Hello. So you could technically, if you feel like, if you fancy a little bit of color, you could, you know, make a little bit of touches of white, like really touches, like this time really touches. Oops, like really touches. Okay, this kind of moved my pigment actually. Okay, Emily. She brought a little stool for herself. Oh, you don't. I love you. So she's sitting down because, yeah, it's kind of late. I can understand that. You're tired as well. So we have touches of that whiteness. And let me check the chat how you are doing. And this ink that I'm using, it's the Stazon pigment Tsukineko. It's a great one. I just opened it. I have this one as well, which is a great one, but it's Stazon opaque, but it's annoying me that I have to kind of add my own pigment to it from a little bottle, and I don't know where the bottle is, so it's a little bit annoying. So that's why I got a new one, which is this one, Stazon, and it looks to me pretty good, I have to say. Okay, so that's what we have now, and now another thing is to start doodling. Are you ready for doodles? That opaque is great. Yes, yes. Okay, so the idea now, guys, is to sit down, have a little bit of rest from standing, but really what we are trying to do now is we're going to try to catch up. I'm going to come closer actually to the camera. We're going to try to catch up those stains. Let me see in the camera if you can see it, because I have a little it is a little slower to me, so 2 seconds. So we're going to try now to go with where we have those stains, right? So oops, I'm not too sure. Okay, it's not that sharp. I'm sorry it's not sharp, but it's just I don't know how to sharpen it. Is it? You can see it? You watching my video, Emily? Good.
It's sharper once and then a bit less sharp.
I probably have to stay in one place with it.
It's actually sharp.
Good, thank you for telling me. So wherever I see some kind of stain, I'm going with my with my pen. But this one is very thick. I think it's a little bit too thick. But you know what? I'm gonna stick with it actually for a change. So I'm gonna go for and try to be a little bit loose hand, and if there's no stain, pretend there is one. You know? You can always try to pretend there is one. So here it is. Wow, I cannot believe it that we did it. We are together in the live stream. This is pretty amazing. Talking to myself, it's for this long, it's pretty impressive, you know? I think. Are you impressed, guys? Are you impressed? But how it's not difficult for someone who loves chats, isn't it? I don't have many stains in this page, I see. But what I would love to do is get a little tinsy smaller. This one is maybe too small. Let's see. Oh, I have some. Yeah, I think I would love to go for the teensy smaller as well. Some smaller lines. So a little bit thinner, thicker. Is the view good, Emily? Okay, thank you. So I'm just going to try to fill it in some teensy.
You should move the book a little bit to the right.
Okay. Thank you for the suggestion.
Yes.
Thank you. So, okay. Something like that. I love that. Let's not forget about white splashes, guys. That's going to be our icing on the cake. Isn't it? Icing on the cake. Now. I am so excited, beyond excited to see your pages. I hope some of you will post SAP, unless you'll be finishing tomorrow, which is very possible. Post it tomorrow. I will be checking them. So use hashtag Maremi Life. Am I right? Maremi Life. I think it's the hashtag. So, I love it, love it, love it. Guys, do you like that? Do you think we're doing good? I hope you are crafting and doodling, and you like that, doodles. So doodle around your beautiful stainish areas, roughly wherever it feels good to you. You can have a look as well at the whole total page thing and see. Wow, I love it. Let me just add a little bit there. Okay, and now what we could do is add some white. Add some white, which I'm going to be using Uniball Signal. Uniball Signal. And I'm going to go next to my black line. So wherever my black lines are, I'm going to be using my white next to it. So sometimes it may not write it down, so go on the side with your touch of your pen. Is Daddy upstairs?
No.
Is he
in the hall?
In the hall?
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't he in the hall?
I think he might be watching the live stream. I'm not sure.
I think he is, but he's just.
I asked him and he didn't answer, so that kind of seems suspicious.
You're loving it, thank you. White pen, none of my white. Well, this should work. This is one of the best I've ever got, which is Uniball Signal. You're loving, Laura. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you. And so yeah, I'm pretty sure Dad is watching as well, and you know that will be interesting to see if he is. But how many times he actually have mentioned something and he as in I think what I wanted to say, sorry, my I have a thought run. What I wanted to say is that many times he was watching my videos, but he was pretending he's not, but he actually was listening. And sometimes when I finished recording, he would go, oh, you could say this, or why didn't you say that? Oh, you shouldn't be saying this, you know. So he actually does always listen. He just pretends he doesn't. So, but it's cute. I find it super cute. So I'm going with the white next to my black. And why do I do it? I think it gives this extra kind of feeling for brokenness, that it's broken, you know, I think. So I like that. It gives this extra brokenness. Oh, the English today on the t-shirt, brokenness of the flyiness of the butterflies. So I'm just adding this, and it gives this extra texture, interest. It just makes it prettier, different, unique, and so on and so on. And why not? And I think it just gives this depth in general. So that's why I love it. And I think this possibly even makes the page, isn't it? So Maremi life, it's gonna be our hashtag. Fantastic. I didn't think about that earlier. Silly goosey me, but that's okay. I will edit my posts about this live. And for next time, I'll know better how to live stream. You see, what happened is that I have set it up everything from computer, and it never told me what camera to use, nothing. And when I wanted to use that live stream, it didn't allow me. It said to me, you don't have any current like cameras and stuff to be used. So and we really tried hard to figure out, because I didn't want to lose you all that have been waiting, you know, on that particular link. So that's what happened. We have 700 likes up. I'm gonna give one like up as well, so that's gonna be 701. Woohoo! Wow, thank you so much. That's unbelievable. Thank you. Okay, we have literally, guys, 2 more things to be done, and we are gonna be done. I will turn my camera. If you would like to ask me some questions, I will turn it to me and have maybe a few more minutes chat face to face with you, although I'll be chatting to the eye of the camera. So we need 2 more things. One is a title, and of course I have to use my stickers. You need to forgive me that. Artastic is one of my, oh, magic dust. Why not? It's probably one of my find your inner artist. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment. Think different. I love them all. These are all my stickers. I just love them all. Enjoy the creative process. I think I'm gonna have this one this time. I like to sometimes rip it apart, the endings of the stickers. I don't know why. Oftentimes I don't know why. I just like to make things different a little bit and just try to be, you know, experimental in my process, I guess, to enjoy the process. So this is it, but we need a second title, which will be for our beautiful blue butterfly. Art happiness, maybe. What you think, guys? What you think? Craftology, I think. Craftology. And this one will be like that. Ha. There we go. Now, one little teensy thing could be done, which I've done as well. It's touches of maybe like a gray here. So that way it kind of gives you this touches of that shadow effect and feelings that it's kind of, yeah, shadow effect. So a little bit, not too much, but just teensy, you know, teensy. And we have that. And also on that side too would be nice, I think. So here it is. Okay. And we can use on both sides, one or both or one or whichever. I think I'm gonna go for both sides. So I'm
using watercolors or gouaches?
Yes, I'm using watercolor gouaches.
So gouaches.
Gouaches, yes, gouaches, watercolors. Emily is on the chat from my profile answering. So I'm turning that around. This recording, if you just joined now, this will be a recording available to you guys always, so you can go back to it, of course. Feel free to. Wow, maybe teensy too much here, teensy, like really not too much, but a little bit. So oops. So oh no, it went on my sticker. That's okay, I leave it. Enjoy the creative process. Okay, and now what we need to be add. Of course, we need to add our white splashes. So I'm going to cover up my butterfly a little bit, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. And of course, we're going to add some waddy to my gouaches. Maybe this waddy could be difficult. Okay, and there we go. I'm using my gouaches again. How many times I've said gouaches today? Crazy amount of times, isn't it? I really hope you will make it your own. I really hope you share it with me. And thank you, whoever is leaving now, because I know that it's nearly, it's so late that I understand it for many of you. And also I think it's dinner time for USA. Am I right? So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I will turn the camera in a second if you have any other questions. And I'm gonna just personally thank you for your support to be here. Okay, I think I'm done. Come on, Marta. Enough of that frozen look. Hey, I cannot believe it that we've done it. And let me check, what time is now? 3 hours nearly. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. Well, this was this was an amazing class. 3 hours, like a real class. So yes, that's it, guys. Let me show you the original version. I wonder which is your favorite. Which is your more favorite? The original one or the new one? Well, hard to compare them, I guess, but I really, really loved it and enjoyed it. So that's fantastic. Wow. The new one, the new one. Oh, awesome. Wow, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Here it is. Let me have them both together like that. Maybe you're able to see them. I'm pretty similar to this one. You okay?
He's watching the live, as I said. I knew it. I knew it.
That's good. That's good. Daddy's watching the live. Okay. Oh, we can have them now together. Oh, you don't have to, Letitia. Thank you very much. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to turn my camera now around. How did I do it last time? I think it's like this. Am I right? Oh, no. I think it froze. I think my chat froze or something have froze. Me? Or what? Oh, me. Okay. I cannot see myself. I'm gonna be 2 seconds. I cannot see myself yet. Show me what you see, Emmy, because I cannot see myself.
It's a bit slow though. It's a bit.
That's okay.
If I have it sound, then.
That's okay. Okay. So that's it, guys. We did it. We've managed to record it, to meet up 3 hours. I would love to hear as well afterwards what you think. Was it a bit too long? Was it a little bit too much? But I guess when we talk about class and a project that has techniques and things that you will use in your future projects, and you have a whole process, and also I probably could have been a bit faster. I just don't want others to not being able to follow up, and so yes, and I still could. I was probably too fast for some, so please use hashtag Maremi Live. Thank you so much for joining. Honestly, it means so much. Use hashtag Maremi Live so we can see it, everyone's projects. Join my Facebook group, our Facebook group, Maremi's Creative Cafe on Facebook. You can share your projects there and share it with everyone, and we can see each other's project. That's fantastic. Wow, I'm actually tired right now, I have to say. A little bit tired, so let me see what's the chat. Thank you. Yeah, awesome. Good night. Yeah, it's midnight here. Emily is gonna be jumping to 1 minute till midnight. Yes, Emily will be jumping to bed, and we will be finishing. Well, thank you so much, my girls, my moderators, for being there, for helping with the questions and everything. So thank you so much. You are my stars. And Lucas, if you're watching and listening, thank you for allowing this to happen and your technical help. And yeah, I hope we can do that more often. And Emily, thank you. But time for you to go. Thank you so much, everyone. Really, really, really awesome. Really awesome. Okay. I think I'm gonna be finishing, sadly. 3 hours, I cannot believe it that it lasts 3 hours. Yeah. So share your projects. Maremi Life. Hashtag Maremi Life. Maremi Life. Okay. Thank you. And yes, thank you for all the likes and shares and comments and all of that crack, because that means so much. Thank you, Emily. My phone is here. Yes. Oh, there's so many comments. You are unbelievable. Thank you. Bye, Amy. Bye, all. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't think I'm that purple, actually. It's meant to be pink, and I'm purple today. That's okay. It will wash off.
It looks more pink in real life
than the computer. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, everyone, so much. Really. We have some message. Yeah. Thank you for all the comments or the love, and also thank you for all the beautiful super cute stickers with the donations. You really didn't have to do it, but thank you. We really appreciate it. Thank you for everything, for being here. We've probably in the highest moment we've been like 700 people watching it, which is huge, impressive, and wow. So thank you for comments, for sharing, for being crafting with me, for yeah, for your support. A huge support means so much. Okay, definitely we're gonna finish at that. I'm not too sure how. Thank you. I think it's here. Second transmission, I think that's here. Okay guys, this is it. I love you loads, but I have to go. Till the next time. Bye bye.